Hey everyone, today we're going to be talking about irrigation and frost watch, as well as a little bit more in depth on the planting. If you're new to the channel, give me a like, share, and a subscribe. That'd be awesome. So let's get into it. I'm in an existing bed. As you can tell, we have a little bit of a flood on. We're putting a flood on to protect the bud, because it's supposed to freeze tonight pretty hard, down to about 22, 25 they're calling for. Right here on the tip of this plant, you can see that little ball. That's the bud, that's what we're protecting here. So we have a little bit of a flood to try to keep some heat. And the second thing we're gonna do tonight to protect from frost is we're gonna sprinkle. So, that's what our night looks like. That's what the bud looks like. That's what we're trying to protect here. Secondly, in my series here, I've had a lot of questions on a mowed bed, like how big of a bed are we mowing to get planted over there? So this year we mowed off. We do a lot of vine sales as well, but we mowed off about 3 or 4 beds totaling 10 or 12 acres. So here's an existing bed that we mowed off for planting over there. As you saw in our previous video, that's what we've been doing. So here, they're just little stubs, the vines are. So it's got a well-established root system. This is gonna grow back really strong this year. The year after a mowing typically is a really good crop. It just brings all new vines. Therefore, the second year when everything's budding, it all buds out really strong. Very typical on a young crop like that. Today we busted open 360 bales. We got them loaded into trucks. We're gonna go over to plant. I'm gonna show you a few more things on the planting that we do, little techniques. Fingers are really starting to get sore from grabbing on all these strings. That's just the joys of spring, baby. Didn't work so hot. What these guys are doing is, if you look here, like it's nice and thick here, but right here it's a weak spot. So we go behind by hand and shake in some of the weak spots. We're back out here planting. Well, not me, I guess, because obviously I'm sitting in a truck, but super windy yet again today. So, trying to get the mic out of the wind so y'all can hear me. I'm talking about the rate that we plant these at. So we put 2 tons to the acre on the bed, so 4,000 pounds to the acre. This is a 4-acre bed. So if we take our 360 bales that we cut today and we divide that by the tonnage, each bale that we cut weighs about 45 pounds. Here's the disking in slow-mo. Here's what it looks like after the plow goes through. As you can tell, it pushes in the vines about 2 inches down into the soil. There's these lines. As soon as we get moisture to it or sprinkle it, they'll fill in around the vines. And within a couple days, we should start to see these start taking root. We are driving around right now, checking for any problems. We are sprinkling for frost. It's about 26 degrees out right now. It's 4 a.m. We started the pumps around 10 o'clock last night. Someone went around at midnight, 2 o'clock, and now I'm here at 4. The reason we're sprinkling right now is to protect the buds from frost. We don't want them to freeze. Hopefully we don't have any problems. That didn't take long. Found our first issue. The reason we have to drive around is if we let this go, it can wash out a very large hole in the bed in not a lot of time. So we got to get her fixed. All right, so the issue here, it looks like we have a blown apart pipe that hook right here is actually supposed to be over that. So we have to reconnect the pipe and see what happens. Alrighty, pipe is reconnected and we are back in action. Here's a second one that's blown apart. So I stick the claw in there like that, and I just pry against that tab until it pops over. You're good to go. Here is another very common problem we experience: a clogged tip. So there's something in there that is jamming it up. A lot of times a cranberry leaf or debris from the pipe. We have this little tool we'll stick in there to try to get it out. There. As you can tell, you get wet doing it, but problem solved. Go on, business as usual. To finish off the video today, we are pulling our water. The cold snap should be over. Last night it got down to about 22 degrees, so we're really glad we had that little bit of coverage that we had. Tonight it's supposed to get down to like 32, but we'll be able to protect with just the sprinklers at that coldness. So as you can tell, the bed's draining. We're pulling the water out the bulkhead. A little fun fact, when we flood the bed and when we sprinkle, when the water leaves either through the drain tile or in the ditch, it actually leaves cleaner than when it went on because it filters through that sand. And so it's able to get some fine particles and whatnot out of it. That sand acts as just a big filter. So then we come over here, this is our drainage ditch. It goes into there and we're able to recycle it back into the river. And that's how we get rid of our water. I'm really hoping you guys are enjoying this series and following along. Thank you everyone for your support and stay tuned for the next video.